But one of the things, Wendy, that I want to ask you is because you work with your professional athletes, and for all that you offer your players, because they're coming off season, they're getting ready for another season, they're playing in one, on one continent, and they're going to try to play on on US soil. So how often are you seeing these things in your players and your athletes, when they have a chance to come to you?
Well, and I mean that's a great question, and and I feel like Kat Bearfield when I say, well, it just depends. I mean, because
Yeah.
you said every body is different. Right now, we are getting a lot of the basketball players back because they're if they didn't make it to the playoffs, they're coming back and they're trying to prepare. And there's something USA basketball is actually at the end of June, and so technically, I have a month to prepare them to
Hmm.
fix what's broken because they come back and they're beat up. I mean, think about the traveling, whether it's state to state or like you said country to country. It's pretty intense and pretty detailed, and then they're giving 110% on that on the court. And so I think the biggest thing that we do when they first get back is we do like a recovery week. So they come in, I reevaluate everything, I look at everything, I try to find out what's overactive, what are their nagging problems, because they have been kind of overtrained. Because unfortunately, some of these strength and conditioning coaches that they're working with, especially if they're not one of our USA basketball, but they're from a different country, they push and push and push and do a lot of Olympic lifting, and they're in season. And so sometimes everyone's got different
Hmm.
methodologies and ways of thinking. And so I think it's very important to try to talk to them. How is their body feeling at that time? And I can't give them 2 months to recover. And so for me, it's like, okay, we need to do some recovery, use recovery tools and equipments like, the Normatec boots, for example, or compression boots. And we do a lot of vibration, therapy. I do a lot of manual work to realign joints. And then we start into more corrective to realign the body. And then we slowly start building a program because their skill and ability is there. And I think as a mom, it's hard to try to make people
Yeah.
understand, especially when they have their kid that's doing travel ball and all of these things, they're
Yeah.
not getting any downtime. And sometimes that is going to make them not want to play the sport anymore. So that's first. But second of all, too, their bodies can only handle so much. And then they're coming to me because their shoulder's blown or their knee hurts. And some of this could have been prevented because they need time, like
Right.
downtime. So it's a very long answer to probably a very short question that you asked, but I think it's important to reevaluate how long have they been doing something, how
Right.
many hours a day are they doing it, and then having the sit down heart to heart talk like we need to scale back or you're going to get to this point of not only burnout but your body's going to blow out and it's not going to be a good thing.